Infrastructure in Mumbai is developing at a fast rate. Thanks to strong government push, the city is trying to make the best amenities for its people, and this will change how citizens in Mumbai are living their lives in a positive way. I, Priyanka Deo, along with the entire NIJ team, give you exclusive access into some of the coolest projects currently going on so that you can see the progress for yourself. Let's take a look at some of Mumbai's biggest infrastructure and development projects underway. The Mumbai Metro project. It's being constructed with the aim to provide safe, reliable and comfortable rail-based mass transit systems to the people of Mumbai and to supplement the already existing Mumbai suburban rail system. Many pockets of the city are not served by the existing rail network. In addition to that, due to overcrowding, there are 12 to 15 deaths reported every single day. Because of this, there's been an exponential rise in private vehicles on the roads.
This is what a metro station is going to look like, and to my right, this is what a train that's going to be running overground is going to look like. For approximately 310 of the 337.1 kilometers of track that's going to be built for the metro. Now, in Mumbai, approximately 78% of the population, that's about 12 million people, use public transport daily, and over 50% use trains.
Mumbai is a city that never sleeps. This was taken into consideration while planning and implementing the construction of the metro. Get this, Mumbai is the only city in the world that is constructing all metro lines simultaneously. Cities normally build 1 to 2 lines at a time. Moreover, not a single road has been shut while construction has taken place.
When the metro network is finally complete, the aim is to finish as early as between 2023 and 24. The metro system will carry a total of 100 lakh commuters per day and connect even the most remote parts of the city. Now, this will reduce carbon emissions, this will reduce overpopulation, this will reduce pollution and noise pollution, this will generate employment and give massive relief to the traffic problems that Mumbai currently faces.
And speaking of relief to traffic problems, the underground metro line is also underway at great speed. Today, Mumbai remains one of the most polluted cities due to the large number of vehicle population in the city.
So we're currently in the underground metro. Now it's still under construction, but if you see around me, you can see the cement. It's being built. This is a 33.5 kilometer project. The tracks are below, as you can see. There we go. Now this project has about 450 people, both skilled and unskilled on site, including about 10 to 14 engineers in the BKC station. Other stations have about 250 in terms of manpower daily that are working on this project to get it complete. And by the way, I've just got news that we are under a river right now. Didn't even know, couldn't even feel it. So totally safe and can't wait to see this project finish.
The MML3 or the Mumbai Metro Line 3 will carry 17 lakh passengers every day. This means that this line alone will take 6.5 lakh vehicle trips off the road. The impact? At least 2.61 lakh tons of CO2 pollution will reduce each and every single year.
Underground metro is a north to south, south to north connection connecting Colaba to Seeps. This not only includes some of Mumbai's most populous areas, but some of its key districts as well.
Now, of course, there will still be vehicles on the road, and the state government is also taking action on how to make that better as well. The Mumbai Trans Harbour Link or the MTHL. Aiming to decongest Mumbai, the MTHL is an under-construction road bridge that connects Mumbai with satellite city Navi Mumbai.
According to MMRDA estimates, approximately 70,000 vehicles will use the bridge every day after completion, which is estimated to be in year 2023. This will be, upon completion, the longest sea bridge in India.
Not only will this decongest multiple parts of the city, including traffic-heavy areas, it will also be connected to both the Mumbai-Pune Expressway and to the proposed Western Freeway.
The bridge, upon completion, will have 6 highway lanes followed by 2 additional emergency exit lanes, a crash barrier and an edge strip. The benefits of such infrastructure and development, it saves some serious time, which also saves the environment. Just to give you an idea of how much time it saves, if you look at the map, the traditional 3.5-hour route from Mumbai to Pune will be now taking only 2 hours and 15 minutes. This means that you'll take off 45 minutes of a journey.
Which brings me to the most important part of infrastructure and development. Now that you've seen some of the cutting-edge projects that the government of Maharashtra is getting done, how does infrastructure and development progress in a positive and long-term manner? The answer? Involving young minds and innovation. The Chief Minister's Fellowship Program, launched 5 years ago under CM Devendra Fadnavis, aims to involve young graduates into administration. Selected fellows between 21 to 26 years old spend 11 months participating in policy making, execution, monitoring, and evaluation of programs. It's an incredibly selective program which selected this year 50 eligible fellows from over 6,000 applications after a test. The fellows come from diverse backgrounds into public affairs.
I'm basically engineer, and I was working in a corporate sector for around 2 years, and then I thought of contributing contributing towards society or our state. So I joined this field.
One of my relatives just nudged me that apply for the fellowship. You'll be part of the solution instead of being part of a problem, and that motivated me to apply.
Some fellows are even retained by the government even after the 11 months are over.
I was a Chief Minister's Fellow of 2018 batch, and now I've been continued for another year. Basically, in the war room, I was handling Navi Mumbai Airport, CIDCO related projects, quite a few irrigation projects as well. So we are basically monitoring all these big ticket projects of the state, where we are in constant touch with the officials, what's the status of the project. You get a hold of what issues needs to be resolved. We compile the list of the issues one day prior to the meeting of the Chief Minister, and we let him know that such and such as the issues needs to be addressed. And in the meeting, then all the issues are discussed here.
Kaustubh Dhavse, OSD to the CM, who mentors the fellows and drives the fellowship program as well, says that the program is important for other reasons rather than just the experience and the network.
Now, in its 5th consecutive year, the Maharashtra CM Fellowship Program is an integral part to infrastructure and development when looking at New India. Fellows leave with first-hand experience in management, policy, public affairs, and governance. This means that this fellowship serves as a national model and should be implemented all over the country so that young minds and innovation, along with technology, can be brought in when building and developing New India. For New India Junction, this is Priyanka Deo signing off.